Hey, what's up guys? So today we are going to see how we can make a very simple yet modular and powerful door system inside of Unity. So here we've got two kinds of doors. As you can see, we've got the usual normal rotating door. So once I click E, as you can see, it just rotates in and out of the closed position. And then we've got another one, which is the sliding door. So this one, as you can see, if I click on E, it just slides in and out quite perfectly. And this system is very simple to make, yet you can actually handle and support various types of doors. This is only two examples, but as we'll see in a bit, you can very easily extend this to support other types of doors as well. So let's take a look at the scripts. So here is the door interaction script. As you can see, it's a very simple, very short script. Basically, all we've got to do here is create a new script and then just replace this with an interface. And then we remove the mono behavior from the default script. And then what this does, it allows us to basically write a blueprint. So here, as you can see, we've got two methods, toggle and then an overload with a Boolean value. So this allows us to pass in the state of the door that we want it to be in. And then we've got a function that returns isOpen. So what this means is that every other object that implements this interface should have all these three methods implemented. All right. And here is the rotating door. As you can see, we extend the door interaction script, and then we have to actually implement these three methods. So isOpen just return this bool value, toggle just calls toggle and pass in the current state, and then we just not it. All right, here for the toggle, we basically just see whether or not isOpen equals to open. If it does, we can just return here, but if it does not, then we just override the boolean there. And then the actual opening and closing is handled on update. So here we basically just check if it's open, we get the target rotation. All right, here. And then from this one, we can just use quaternion.slope, pass in the transform.local rotation, pass in the target, pass in the time, the delta time. We multiply by 5, that's a constant that you can change, and multiply by smoothing, which you can also change the value of. And the same thing we do for closing. All right. So the reason that why I do this on update is because this actually uses a time value. So here is the time value, time the delta time times 5 times moving. So this is what allows the animation to be handled via code. But let's say you had the animation made using the animator component, then you could just scrap update and instead just have it here. Then you'll play the desired animation based on the current state. And let's take a look at the sliding door, which is exactly the same. All right, everything is the same except for the variables that we have. Here we've got free transform, open position, close position, and the slide door. And then on void update, here we just use the local position of the slide door instead of the rotation, and we replace quaternion with vector free, and we just use the local position of the different variables that we have. This is the only thing that's different really from the previous one. So let's take a look at, let's continue with the video. Thanks. So now that the script has been made, let's quickly go over how actually I set up the scripts inside of Unity, and then we can just test it out again. So let's start with the normal door. So all we've got is a very simple door here. It can really be any model, but what's important is that you've got an object with a box collider, and then on the same object you got the rotating door script. This is the only important part of the whole setup. You need to have a box collider, and you need to have the script to sit on the same object as the box collider. It doesn't matter where the box collider is, but it should be accessible to the player. Because if you skip this, if there is no box colliders, then the ray car simply will not hit this object and hence it won't affect it. And then here is the rotating door with the different values that you can change, obviously. As for the sliding door, it's a very similar thing. This one is very simple. We've got two pillars, which are basically just two unity cubes. And then we've got this sliding door as well. This has a box collider, but this one is not being used with the system. This is just to prevent the player from actually moving through the door. And then we've got the open position, which is where the door is. And then we've got the closed position, which is a little bit offset to the right. And then I've got the parent, which contains the box collider as well as the sliding door script. So same setup as before, but this time around we're using this sliding door. And then again, I just reference the different variables here, and then this should technically work. And here is our main camera. On our main camera, we only have the interact with door. We've got the max distance that you can change. We've got a reference to the crosshair, which is a simple image here. As you can see, it's just a simple white image. And then we've got the two colors. That's basically it. And if you hit play, then you should be able to control the different doors that you have in the scenes once you're actually close enough to open or close them, as you can see. Right? So if I were to, let's say, have this as 5, or let's put it as 1, maybe, then as you can see, I cannot control it because I'm too far away. But if I come closer, then I can quite easily control it. Same thing goes for this one. If I go here, I'm very close, then I can control it. But if I'm far away, then I cannot. Let's put this back as 100 so we can test it out here. And that's the same thing basically. Great. So now that this works, and if you in the future want to actually support multiple types of doors, let's say something else that we don't have here, for instance a trapdoor, then all you've got to do is basically create a new script and then extend the door interaction script from it. Just implement this method and then just set up the doors as I've done here, box collider, and then the script that you just made. And that's basically it. It should still work with the system out of the box. No extra steps required. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if it helped you, then please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if not already. Also, if you've got any queries, questions or suggestions, please do leave them in the comment section down below. And on this note, I'll see you guys next one. Bye!